What's going on, guys? Mark Sanchez here with week 6, I believe. Yeah, week 6 sounds about right. So, big week for week 6. I'm currently 6 weeks out. As of today, I'm filming. It is Monday the 9th. Pretty good week, actually, for hurting my back last week. If you guys didn't catch my last week's video, Saturday I was doing pulls and it was super light. It wasn't anything crazy. And I had a set of 4 for 620, and I basically just wrenched the hell out of my back. It was one of those like pinched nerve feelings, if anyone's ever done that before, where like you can't walk and it's just absolutely painful to put weight on it, etc. So that kind of put me out of commission. So I kind of had to shift my schedule a little bit. That happened on Saturday. My first day back in the gym was Tuesday, and that was a bench day. Felt good, honestly. It wasn't too hard. It was kind of hard to do like leg drive when I bench. That was kind of a painful experience. Wednesday I took it off. And then Thursday I came in and I was locked in. It still hurt. Um, hadn't even been a whole week yet, and ultimately, um, I wanted that squat. So it wasn't even supposed to be a heavy squat. Matter of fact, tomorrow Tuesday is my heavy squat. So stay tuned to my next video to watch that. Um, and so Thursday I came in, I went in and I hit a 727 for 2. I squatted 727, and coming off the bar, honestly, it was phenomenal. I had no pain hitting the hole. I really took my time with warm ups. I was really diligent, and I was really there, you know. And so Friday I had bench accessories, and honestly, I spent more time doing like mobility work, stretching, and trying to do some deep tissue work on myself as much as I could. Even today, a little over a week later, post injury, um, it's really only achy in the mornings, but it's tolerable. So ultimately, I mean, I'm 6 weeks out. I'm going to kind of be conscious about it and be careful with it, but I'm not necessarily going to let it slow me down. I'll just take more time warming up and being more diligent, and also understanding that now it is kind of like a factor with some of my goals. So I'm hoping, if all the stars align and prep continues to go well, I haven't even started peaking yet, and we should be looking at about a 2160 total at 275 pounds. So everything's honestly going super smooth. The injury was like a minor setback, but for the most part, prep has been going phenomenal. Even my lady, she had mentioned it too. Like, this is probably my 11th competition now, and even my coach and I, we were talking about it too. This is probably the most dialed in and focused I've been for a meet prep ever, honestly. And I'll be the first one to admit that, like, I've not my meets, but definitely my meet preps. I mean, my coach even brought it up. We were having cigars on Friday, and we were laughing too. And it was like, oh, Mark is squatting like 750, benching high threes, and like deadlifting in the sevens. And this dude's not even doing accessories. And yeah, so full disclosure, honestly, up until this point, I've never really done accessories. I've been that negligent powerlifter who does my top set. I'll sometimes even do my top sets like once, all in like one day, and then just train once a week, because for those of you viewers who don't know, I work in cybersecurity. I'm a senior application security engineer for a Fortune 100 company. I'm also a chapter leader for an international cybersecurity organization. I'm also a full-time student. I'm a homeowner. I've got 2 high maintenance dogs. I have a German Shepherd and a Belgian Malinois. This is the very first time I've gone into a meet prep really dialed in and really focused. I've done everything. I think the biggest contribution that I know my coach and I have been talking to is my off-season training's been strongman, and I started that last year at the end of my August competition. I've been talking about it for so long. I've had the fortunate opportunity to train with guys like Half Thor Bjornsson, or the Mountain, if you guys don't know his real name, out in Iceland. He taught me how to do stones. He helped me work deadlift, stuff like that. And so I've always had an interest in strongman, And so I feel like finally having time in an off season to do a strongman competition really flipped that switch in me as an athlete. To be quite honest, if I'm powerlifting year round, I get really bored. Um, and that's kind of alluding to why, if you guys look me up on open powerlifting, that's kind of what happened um, at my last competition as to why I kind of weighed in at 308. I weighed in at 300 pounds, but I was a 308 competitor, and I normally compete between 275. And honestly, like powerlifting for me, it's just a fun hobby, and I like the aspect of powerlifting being a hobby, and so I don't really want to overshoot it. I'm not. My goals in strength sports isn't to be like the leanest, shreddest, strongest dude. Um, I do have aspirations of, things like squatting 1,000 pounds or benching 500 or deadlifting even maybe close to 1,000 pounds. I don't know. The Ghost Clash prep for me has one been like a mental safety. I've really enjoyed this prep. I've been very conscious as an athlete throughout this prep, and I'm just really excited. I'm 6 weeks out. I have my heavy squat tomorrow, which sneak peek, it won't be over 800 pounds. Then I have a nice little deload for week 5. And then after that, I start peak. 4 weeks out, I'll be starting peak. And yeah, I'm honestly like, I like shake sometimes thinking about it because I'm just so excited. For those of you guys who know me, it's in my favorite city too, Miami. My lady and I go to Miami every single year. And so the Ghost Clash honestly was just lined perfectly because it's after Valentine's Day weekend. And so my lady and I will be in Miami for a little bit longer after the competition to just spend some time together, especially because on one, we've both been traveling a lot lately for work. I really can't thank her enough just because she's really given a lot for this, for me to prep like this. It's funny that she brings it up, but also too, a lot of my laziness in my prior preps for my competitions was because, I wanted to put her first. And, when I signed up for the Ghost Clash, it was kind of like, hey, this is like a really big competition. I'd always want to put her first. And so when I signed up for the Ghost Clash, I kind of we sat down together and I was like, hey, this is a really big competition. Um, I know I just made a joke about me being on the amateur day, but if the stars align and my goals do come true, this will put me within like the top 10 all time for the 275s raw. And, it's exciting to think about, and not to get like super motivational on you guys. Um, I feel like your goals should almost scare you a little bit, if you're not nervous, excited, euphoric about the goals that you set, you might not be setting hard enough goals. But that's kind of my mindset for the Ghost Clash. I'm excited. It's my favorite city. So I've got like 12 people showing up. It's going to be a phenomenal time. I get to watch some also really strong friends and other athletes compete that weekend. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys for listening. Anyways, week 6, let's get started. So, as usual, we started out the week with some bench press. Here I got 5 sets of 3 for 155 kilos, or 156 technically, or 344 pounds. Honestly, really lightweight, trying to work back into things. You kind of see me stumble a little bit coming out of the actual bench just because, like I said, I hurt my back. And so using leg drive was pretty rough for some of these sets. But honestly, we got it done, and I'm pretty happy, and I'm glad that I did train because if it wasn't going to be there, it wasn't going to be there. So bench was moving really well. Here we have my squat. I'm really, really happy with this, especially after hurting my back. I had a 727.5 pound or 330 kilo squat. Now, mentally, I just needed to hit this, especially after hitting my back. It wasn't supposed to be my heavy squat week. It wasn't supposed to be anything crazy. So here I am hitting 727 for a double. Everything felt great, honestly. Even afterwards, I felt fine. Wasn't really having any back pains. And here I am talking with my training partner, asking if it's high. And here's the highlight of my week. Sorry, I'm still trying to. I film everything with an iPhone, so I'm working on trying to find a way to produce content for Instagram and YouTube. But here is my top set of the week. A new deadlift PR of 760 pounds. Honestly felt amazing. It's my first time pulling with a belt in like 2 years. I'll go ahead and play it back for you guys while I keep talking about my deadlift. But yeah, I stopped deadlifting with the belt about 2 years ago. I think I got super fat and I just didn't feel comfortable or even honestly tight in a belt. Made things super uncomfortable, so honestly I just started taking it off. If you look at some of my videos from past meets on Instagram, I mean, I pulled 750 without a belt. I went for, I think, 777 at my last meet without a belt. I got it off the floor and I ripped my hand open. But anyways, yeah, it's just I have not really been pulling with a belt. So I'm really happy with how this felt. This week was really great for me. I'm really excited. And comment down below, what are you guys wanting to see as I take my deload week next week? I was thinking about filming something different for you guys as you watch my meet prep. So yeah, comment down below, hit that like button. So the support really does, honestly, one, just motivates me. I really enjoy doing this for you guys, and I want to see what you guys want to see. So comment down below. My deload week's coming up, and I'll catch you guys next week.